it's just really important that we make sure that we are communicating as much as possible. But we'll take that schedule and we're going to turn it into a call sheet. All right. So this is a call sheet. I'm sure most of you guys have seen what a call sheet looks like before. But basically, we're just going to go over the highlighted headings of the call sheet and how they are pulled from that breakdown that you made. So all of this goes hand in hand. All right. So we've got the title. This is the title of the project. And also, if you never plan on making a movie, but you know how to read a call sheet, that's really important. If you plan on just being an actor, you still have to know how to read a call sheet, no matter whether you're a production assistant, you're the director of the whole project, or you're an actor. Everyone has to know how to read a call sheet. So this is really great to know. We do have a class on Indie Empire that we filmed earlier in the year, going over all the details of a call sheet and really like minute details. So feel free to also go watch that if you feel like you need a refresher after seeing this and you feel like you just don't really super know what's going on with call sheets. So they can be really confusing. And then in the top left, you'll see typically that's where we'll put the production company. And that is where that usually will go. Underneath that, you'll see that's where we've got all the head honchos, what I like to call them, the executive producer, the director. Sometimes you'll have a manager, production coordinator, or the first AD on there. That can vary depending on the project. Like on Friday, I have a shoot where I'm going through an agency. So I have like the head of the agency up there and things like that. So that can vary based on whatever project you're going to be on. But the call time here, really important. Doesn't mean it's your call time though, because that might be different from everybody else's. There's typically a general crew call time, and that's what's going to go up there. But that does not mean it's yours. Look for your name on a different spot on the call sheet, especially if you're talent. You're probably not going to need to get there at the general crew call. And then over here on the right, this is where we'll have our times for lunch, sunrise, sunset, and weather. And then the location address will be on here. The nearest hospital. There should be an address for the nearest hospital on here because if there's an emergency, people need to be able to immediately know where to go, pull up the call sheet, get in the car, and go to the closest hospital. If there's an emergency, you're really going to wish you'd put that there. So, really important. We've got where the crew needs to park. That will have an address there so you know where to take your car. And then the section under that, that's going to have our scenes, pages, set description, whether it's day or night, cast ID numbers, and the location. The one underneath that is where you are going to have that cast ID. You're going to have the name of the, excuse me, the talent. You're going to have the role that they're playing, what their call time is, things like that. And then underneath there, if there's any extras or anything like that, that is where their information will go. All right. So your plan is ready. This is your production outline, and you have completed the hardest part. You've taken your breakdown, you've made a data days, a schedule, and then you've made your call sheet. And this is really important. The evolution of your breakdown to the day on set visual here. So this is your production outline. So this is really important because you can see here how breaking down with that color coding leads into actually filming your movie. So you take the information from that breakdown, you make that schedule, you troubleshoot those problems, and then from there you go into planning your call sheet, and then that allows you to go on set and actually make your movie. So before you make that final schedule, you have already troubleshooted with every department and you have figured out what needs to be changed so you can go make that schedule so you can then go make that call sheet. So it all goes hand in hand, and that is really important. So you got your script, you've got your breakdown, you've got your schedule, and then you've got your call sheet. All right. So, one thing that we really like to encourage here at Indie Empire is our office hours. So, we have office hours every week, and you can show a production specialist your work, or we can help you get started. So, CC, Raven, and myself do office hours for personalized help with a live coach. You come on, you can ask us any questions. We'll look at your breakdowns, we'll look at your scripts, we'll look at whatever you need, we'll look at your call sheets. You can ask us questions about anything and everything. I am a producer, director, and actor, so those are typically the areas I can help with, and also production coordinating. Cece is a producer and a sound mixer, and a teacher, so can definitely help you with anything sound related, especially Cece is so good at that. And then Raven just knows everything. So you guys have a question, definitely hop into Raven's office hours. She does a phenomenal job. And I know that would be something that could be really helpful if you guys are starting out your first project. Take advantage of these coaches on their office hours and bring these papers to them, these documents to them, let them look at it and let them help you troubleshoot. Because sometimes when you get started, the hardest part is you don't know what to look for and you don't know what mistakes are happening. And if we can prevent that from happening before you get to set, that would definitely be ideal for everyone involved. So let's get some practice. So option one, if you want to practice this, you can find your own screenplay and you can practice breaking down a page or two, and then you can send it to me on the platform, or you can post it on the timeline and ask for feedback on Indie Empire, or you can do this exercise and then come to that office hours and talk it through. So, option two, we can do a little sample together now and see what elements on this page we can identify. All right. So, what elements do you see? You guys are welcome to pop in the chat. Remember the things that we are looking for here in this script.